This is Twit.
This episode is brought to you by Gazelle, the online marketplace for buying and selling your used gadgets. Shop from a variety of certified pre-owned electronics or trade one in for cash. Give a new life to a used device. Visit gazelle.com today. Welcome to iFive for the iPhone, episode 165. iFive covers the latest iPhone apps, tips and tricks, and of course some news. I am Megan Morrone. Today we'll cover a new app that lets you crowdsource the weather, a correction from a previous episode about how to do a flyover in Apple Maps, and stands for your Apple Watch. Ready? I am. Number 1. Sunshine. Here's an app that Leo recommended on our other show, iOS Today, and I've been using it ever since. Leo calls it Waze For Weather, and I agree. It has the crowdsourcing, gamifying features for weather that are reminiscent of the Google-owned navigation app called Waze. Sunshine uses the barometric pressure sensor in the iPhone 6 and the 6S, along with predictive algorithms to provide weather forecasting at the street level. In order to participate, you download the app, sign up for an account, and then allow the app to access that it asks for. Tap the menu icon in the top right corner to add your work or home address or other favorite places where you want to know the weather. Use the search box to find the weather anywhere. Now, if you look in a place like San Francisco or New York City, you'll see the icons of other sunshiners, but this is a pretty new app, so most places you search for will not already be populated. That's okay. Sunshine still knows the weather there. It just might not be quite as accurate. One note about entering your address into the app: if your desire for privacy outweighs your desire for accurate weather, this might not be the app for you. But if you like to have accurate weather and you're into competitive apps like Waze or Swarm, then I think you'll like Sunshine. It also has the cool feature that lets you slide to see what the weather will be in the future. Sunshine is free and has no ads or in-app purchases yet. Number 2, Facebook updates the iOS app. Last week, Facebook released a few new features for mobile users, including 3D Touch for the iPhone 6S and the 6S Plus. But don't get too excited about 3D touching your friends just yet. For now, most of the 3D touching happens before you've opened the app. So 3D Touch the app for all your emergency Facebook posting needs. If there are other 3D Touch features within the Facebook app, I couldn't find them, and I tried 3D touching everything. You might already know this, but Instagram has had a few 3D touch features since the beginning. In Instagram, you can peek at people's photos by pressing on their username and then go to their account by pressing harder. Here are some long press shortcuts that you can use in Facebook, whether or not you have a 6S. Long press a picture that you post to see a shortcut menu that will let you make the image your profile photo, your cover photo, or to save it. You can also long press other people's photos to save them, send them in Messenger, turn on notifications, or to open the photo in Instagram if the photo is also posted there. This is a good trick for finding your friends on Instagram that you want to follow. Facebook also lets you long press photos to report them as spam or report photos that you're tagged in that you don't want on Facebook. Number 3 is the ultimate bucket list app called Soon. Now, research says that our smartphones are making us dumber, and while I disagree overall, I have resigned myself to clearing my mind of all the information if I can keep it in my iPhone. If I can access the things on my second brain here, that leaves more space in my first brain for developing the algorithm that will allow a robot to do my family's laundry. Besides directions, phone numbers, and anything I could possibly Google, I also use my iPhone to store my bucket list. That's the list of all the books I want to read, the TV I need to watch, the movies I have to go see, and the restaurants that people have recommended. To remember all my recommendations and to keep all these lists in order, I use an app called Soon. Soon not only keeps my entertainment to-do list organized, it also allows me to discover more things I want to read or watch or places I want to visit. I can discover what's trending with the flame icon or see what people on my contact lists recommend by tapping the smiley face icon. To add an item, pick a category, tap the plus icon and search for the item. You can read more about it or share it. You can also give a simple yes or no review if you like it or not. Soon also helps me remember things I've already done. So once you've completed the item on your bucket list, tap Done. You can see your list by tapping the Past tab. This episode is brought to you by Gazelle, the trusted online marketplace for buying and selling used electronics. Trade in your old device for cash, or buy a certified pre-owned device, or do both. For trade-ins, visit gazelle.com, find your device, and get an instant quote. Shipping is free and payment is fast. If you're looking to buy a certified pre-owned device, Gazelle has a variety of iPhones, iPads, and Samsung Galaxy phones to choose from. Each device is fully inspected, backed by a 30-day return policy, and sold without a carrier contract. Go to gazelle.com, see what your old device is worth, and check out the selections of certified pre-owned devices today. The new iPhone is in stores, and the new iPad will soon be too. That means that now is the best time to buy a certified pre-owned device. All devices have been put through a rigorous 30-point inspection process, ensuring that they are in perfect working order. Give new life to used electronics, trade in for cash, or buy certified pre-owned. Visit gazelle.com today. Number 4 is an email from Klaus from Denmark. He writes, in episode 163, you explained how to do a flyover. That was not right. 3D Maps is not a flyover. To do a flyover, you have to search for a city like London or any other big city. Then it will automatically show the possibility to start a flyover, and when pressed, it will fly over the city by itself and show you the most interesting stuff. Thank you, Klaus. You are correct. Thank you for pointing this out. Like Klaus said, flyovers aren't available everywhere, but if they are available, you'll see the option to take the tour. Tap it and then sit back and enjoy the view. I'll link to a page in our show notes at twit.tv to see where flyovers are available. Number 5 is Apple Watch nightstands that support Nightstand Mode. watchOS 2, the newest version of the watchOS, introduced a new feature called Nightstand Mode. If you lay the Apple Watch on its side on the charger at night, it will turn into a digital clock with easily readable numbers. If you have an alarm set for the morning, the screen will also brighten slowly 5 minutes before you need to wake up. This is a great feature. Unfortunately, many of the original Apple Watch stands weren't designed for the watch to lay on its side. I have the Spigen S330, which works no matter how you lay your watch. Minster68 on Twitter also recommends the Spigen S350. I've also used the Elevation nightstand, which works great for the Apple Watch Sport charger, but if you have the fancier Apple Watch, the charger is slightly different and doesn't fit exactly. The charger slips out in the night and the watch tends to fall off. A company called Fuse Chicken sent me the Bobine Watch, Apple Watch dock to try, and I will tell you that it worked out okay. It worked great in the standard mode, but when it was a little wobbly in the nightstand mode and made it difficult to reach over in the middle of the night to tap to see the time without knocking it over. If you find that you need to charge your Apple Watch in your car a lot, this one also works for that. Also, Fuse Chicken's flexible iPhone docks work great. Do you have an Apple Watch stand that you prefer? If so, send me an email at megan@twit.tv. And that does it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. All of the apps, links, and other info from the show can be found at twit.tv/iFive. You can always email me ideas or questions or just feedback to iFive@twit.tv. I am Megan Morrone. We'll see you next week.
Bandwidth for iFive for the iPhone is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.